All right, let's dive into something pretty cool today. We're going to take just one single everyday word, a word you probably use all the time without even thinking about it, and unpack a whole world of meaning. It's kind of like a secret key to this massive linguistic puzzle. Let's see if you can figure out what it is as we go. Okay, first up, picture this in your head, a twisted piece of metal. You know, something that can stretch out and then push right back. It's all about storing energy. Think about what's inside a clicky pen, or in a mattress, or even in a car's suspension. You got that image? Good. Just hang on to that idea for a second.
All right, now let's just totally switch gears. Forget the metal thing completely. I want you to think about a time of year, the snow's melting, you start seeing flowers popping up, the days get longer. You know that feeling? That amazing season of renewal just before summer hits? A completely different idea, isn't it?
Okay, one more for you. For this last one, let's go out into nature. Imagine you're walking and you find this spot where fresh, clean water is just bubbling up from the ground. It's coming right out of the earth, maybe forming a little pool or the beginning of a creek.
So, let's recap. We've got a metal coil, a season, and a source of fresh water. I mean, these things seem totally unrelated, right? What on earth could possibly connect all three of them?
And the answer is just one word, spring. You've got a metal spring, the season of spring, and a water spring. Isn't that wild, how one little word can mean three totally different things? And believe it or not, there's a really good reason this specific word is such a powerhouse.
So this is where it gets really interesting. Here's our big clue, coming straight from the Simple English Wiktionary. It says spring is on the Basic English 850 list. Now that might not sound like much, but it means spring isn't just some random word. Oh no. It's part of a super exclusive club. So, 850. What's that all about? Well, that is the total number of words in a whole system called Basic English. That's it. Just 850 words designed to let people communicate about, well, almost anything. And to put that in perspective, regular English has something like 170,000 words we use today. So to make it onto this tiny list, a word has to be an absolute workhorse. Okay, so how did spring make the cut? Well, we've got to look at just how useful it is. It's like a Swiss Army knife of words. It does double duty. So let's break it down into its two main jobs, what it does as a noun and what it does as a verb. First up, let's talk about spring as a noun, as a word for a thing. And we've already seen just how much work it does here. Think about it. This one noun covers all three of those ideas we started with: the metal coil, the season, the water source. They're all different. You can count them. One spring, two springs. That is just incredibly efficient language right there. But wait, that's only half the story. Spring isn't just a thing. It's also an action. It's a verb. And not just any verb. It's an irregular one, which basically means it's a bit of a rebel and doesn't follow the normal rules for past tense. That makes it a little tricky, sure, but it also makes it super dynamic. So right now, you can spring into action. But yesterday, well, a cat sprang onto the table. And if the action is already totally done, the trap has sprung. See? This one little verb lets you talk about this quick, energetic jump across different points in time. It's just bursting with energy, kind of like its noun versions.
Okay, so let's zoom out a little. What does all this tell us about the big idea behind Basic English? It really gets to the core of it. The goal here is to be simple, but definitely not simplistic. There's a huge difference.
Yeah, the key takeaway here is that Basic English isn't about dumbing things down or talking like a kid. Not at all. It's about picking words that do the absolute most work. A word like spring is a perfect example. It's like a linguistic multi-tool. It got picked because it lets you say so much with just one single word. And you can really see the difference in goals here, right? Basic English is all about efficiency, getting the message across clearly and universally. Everyday English, with its gigantic vocabulary, is for all the extra stuff, the nuance, the poetry, the tiny specific details. Spring is basically the MVP of the Basic English team. It's the ultimate utility player. So, okay, we've spent all this time picking apart one word. But why does any of this matter? What's the big takeaway for you and me? Why should we care about how powerful a word like spring is? Well, what it really shows us is that being a good communicator isn't just about having a huge vocabulary. It's about really understanding the power packed inside the words we use every day. Real simplicity in language isn't about having fewer options. It's about making every single word count. And that leaves us with this one kind of mind-blowing question to chew on. If you can say almost anything you need with just 850 words, then what are the other 170,000 words for? What do they give us? In our art, in science, in how we talk about our feelings, what do all those extra words do that pure efficiency just can't? Definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for diving into this with me.